Hello guys, so PeterSweden here. I thought I would just do a quick live stream Q&A. I haven't done one in a while and there's been quite a few changes and stuff happening. It's been several months since I did a Q&A, and I thought probably you guys would appreciate a Q&A. Basically my plan for this is just a quick live stream, maybe 10-15 minutes. And I'm going to be taking your questions in the live chat. So if you guys just want to let me just bring up the live chat here so I can see it. Hang on. Yes, so if you guys are watching this, just want to ask your questions in the live chat and we will get going. I will be trying to answer as many questions as possible. If you have any questions regarding Norway or anything like that, let's do this, guys. I'm going to be I'm going to try and do maybe 15 minutes. I'm out in the car actually, so I have a first question here from someone called RamTuber57 asking, how long do you plan to live in Norway? Well, I plan to stay in Norway for the foreseeable future for several reasons, mainly because the democracy and free speech is dead in the UK, yeah, you know, they've been coming up with all of these hate speech things, so-called hate speech laws and so on. They actually P. Doyle also asked what made you leave the UK, so there's part of this question as well. I mean, Amber Rudd recently came out with this, if you watch far-right propaganda online, on YouTube for example, you can risk 15 years in jail. Free speech is dead in the UK, democracy is dead in the UK, so there's not really any point for me staying there. I mean, and also, kind of the right-wing movement in the UK is not getting anywhere really either. You only have these Anne-Marie Waters types and so on. You know, UKIP is never going to go anywhere seriously in the UK. Tommy Robinson is never going to come and go. I mean, Tommy Robinson is doing good work, but it's not what we need to do to get real change in a country. It's you know, you have basically in the UK, the right wing in the UK is basically mainly these working class people, and nothing bad about them at all. I mean, many of them are good people, but it's mainly these people that are just focused on anti-Islam and so on all the time, which is not really the root problem. I mean, it's never going to get anywhere. It's just getting boring at this point, really. So it's never going to get anywhere in the UK. The UK needs a real change, but the problem is, anything that could bring real change will likely just get shut down for hate speech from the UK government. Let me see here if I got any more questions here that Lynn asked if we get to see your furniture shopping. Well, no, I got furniture coming over, so yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do a vlog. I'm gonna try and do some more vlogs. I'm actually, right now, it's too dark outside now, but I'm sitting in the car. But my view right now in front of me is this beautiful fjord. Seawater. I've got like 1,000-meter high mountains just ahead of me on the other side of the fjord. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, let me see if I can go through some more questions here. What's your opinion on Switzerland? Asks Outbreak. Well, I don't have much of an opinion on Switzerland. I've never been there. It looks like a nice country. Relatively conservative. One of the more conservative. A guy called Quantum asks, what do you think of Anne-Marie Waters? Yeah, as many people probably know, I am not a big fan of Anne-Marie Waters. She hates me. She started writing loads of crap about me on her Twitter, yeah, so that's she doesn't like me at all. I didn't have anything against her, but I was in this restaurant with Kaylin from The Rebel and Anne-Marie Waters, and she just started screaming at me right in the restaurant. She was drunk and she just started screaming like, "Oh, you misogynist, blah 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 blah." So yeah, she's she's actually a feminist. She's a SJW, that's for sure. Big Boy Blue here asks in the comment, you can do Rebel Norway. I don't know if they want to. Maybe they haven't contacted me about that. Let me see here. Paul Bojanak asked, how do I earn a living? Well, at the moment, I don't have another job after I was doxxed by these hate not hope guys. So I'm currently doing this full time. So I'm actually just, well, thanks to donations from you guys. Yeah, that's basically what I'm earning a living from now. I'm gonna have to see what I can do. I'm doing a little bit of freelance work as well for some Swedish journalist, for a Swedish newspaper called Fria Tider, but I'm not getting that much income from that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to support me, guys, anything we would appreciate that. If you want to support me on Patreon or on PayPal, anything would be appreciated, because currently that's how I earn a living. Let me see. Anne-Marie Waters says control opposition, comments beautific. Yeah, I would kind of agree. She is definitely some kind of infiltrator, I believe, from the left. She is former Labour. Boba Fett asks, hi, will the Swedish Democrats or the moderates win? And will the politics be very similar regarding immigration actions? Well, the Swedish Democrats are leading the polls over the moderates. The question is who will win. Will it be the Socialist Party or will it be the Swedish Democrats Party, which is a nationalist party in Sweden? Who will win in the election next year in Sweden? And the polls it's very tight at the moment. Sometimes the Swedish Democrats are leading, sometimes the Socialist Party is leading. I mean, the moderates, they are going more and more to the right because the Swedish Democrats are pushing them towards the right. Yeah, I mean, the Swedish Democrats are definitely much tougher on immigration than the moderate party in Sweden, for sure. I mean, they really need to win the next election, otherwise Sweden is gone. Adam Scott asks if I have started lifting weights yet. That bicep that bicep shot from Tara's podcast game he made. So yeah, I mean, as I said, my arms are not, my upper body, my arms are not that big. I've got huge legs. If you look at me, my legs look like logs, basically. I've got huge legs. I can do what's it called, the quads, when you lift with your legs. I can do 80 kilos on just one leg alone. So I'm really strong in my legs, but my upper body strength is not that much, and I think it's genetic, really. My dad has really strong legs as well. He has strong upper body too, but I don't, so I at least got the strong legs, but not the strong upper body. I used to do gym, but then I got chronically injured. I got Achilles heel. I injured my, I got tennis elbow. Because I was playing tennis a lot before. I injured my elbow. I injured my, what's it called, shoulder quite severely as well. I injured my back for half a year. That was back when I was playing tennis. I was chronically injured for several years. Back then, I'm kind of okay now. But still, I've been taking it easy on the gym side because of the chronic injuries I had from the tennis I used to play, because I used to play a lot of tennis, 2, 3, 4 hours every day. I was going quite, yeah, I was doing tournaments and traveling and playing and so on. But then I gave that up. Dusan Balint asks, will Sweden economically collapse? Well, the way it's going, yes. I mean, the interest rate in Sweden at the moment is actually 0.5%, minus 0.5% interest rate. So you put money in the bank, you lose money. So you know, all of the migrants coming in, not working, and living on benefits, is really wrecking Sweden's economy. And there are actually several economists that have mentioned this. Let's see if I go and Albion of Wakes asked if I'm going to get on Patreon. Well, I don't have Patreon. To be honest, I only have Patreon and PayPal. You can also, if you want to support me, you can also use the Super Chat here on YouTube, where you can. That way you can support me as well if you want to. That way I also see your question. I will guaranteed take your question if you use the super chat. So that's another positive. Let me see here and go through some of the comments. Ian asks, is the Swedish press saying anything, reporting any violence at all? Well, yes, the Swedish press is reporting on some of the attacks and violence and so on going on in Sweden, but they are not they're not kind of pushing it. It's mainly just like small news bits here and there, local newspapers and so on. It's not pushed at all. It's not anything that everyone is like aware of. I mean, more and more people are getting aware of it because of work from people like me and other alternative media. Lewis asks, what do I think of the 31-year-old guy who was elected in Austria? I think it's good. Obviously I had wanted the FPÖ to win, the Freedom Party, which is a nationalist party, but the other party, which is 31-year-old guy, seems like a good alternative, to be honest. He seems pretty right-wing. He wants to stop mass migration and so on. So yeah, it's definitely a positive step forward for Austria. Myla asks if I'm safe in my car this time. Yeah, I'm pretty safe in my car. I'm out in Norway. There's like literally 0 migrants here where I am at the moment. I'm surrounded by huge mountains in the background. I posted pictures on Twitter here just an hour ago from the scenery around me. It's too dark now, you can't see. There's huge mountains around me, and I got the fjord right ahead of me. It's absolutely beautiful here. If it just been light outside, which it is not, it's dark, and it's basically like almost no crime rate at all out here. Let me go through some of the new comments. Captain Beef asks, do Norway report on Sweden more than Swedes? Yeah, it's like almost kind of yes. I mean, Norway's the Norwegian politicians and so on, they're saying that Sweden is a horror example and they won't let Norway become like Sweden. They're definitely talking quite a bit, like it's almost like this Norwegian media is talking more about what's happening in Sweden than what the Swedish media is doing. It's definitely political correctness, and this SJW bullshit definitely has not reached as far here in Norway as it has in Sweden and other countries. It's definitely more traditional here. Svartsvajs asked, what do you think about the violent neighborhood called Grönland in Oslo? Yes, I have heard about that. I haven't looked into it in detail, but I heard that it's one of the few, culturally enriched areas in Norway. I mean, Norway has its problems too, but they are actually acknowledging them and saying that this is a problem and they need to deal with it, unlike Sweden. John Forbes asks, is the right on the rise in Sweden, or have the left managed to demonize all parties that are anything like leaning to the right? Yeah, well, I mean, like there's no real right-wing party in Sweden. I mean, the only one is the Swedish Democrats, but they're still left-wing. They're not that right-wing, really. They call themselves social conservatives, socially conservative, national conservative, or whatever they call themselves. I mean, they're supposed to be right-wing, but they're not really that right-wing. But otherwise, they are on the rise in Sweden, but if only there had been someone that is more real right-wing. Let me go through some of the more comments. And if you want to support me, guys, please use the super chat. Then I'll definitely get to your questions as well, guys. No, thanks there, Mark, for the comment there. Albin of Eggs asks again, do you speak much Norwegian? How much Swedish do they... I actually know Norwegian, I can speak Norwegian, but I haven't spoken it in a long time, so my accent is kind of gone. But I definitely understand Norwegian 100%. I can speak Norwegian, but I don't feel that confident speaking Norwegian at the moment, so I actually just kind of speak Swedish to the Norwegians when I'm here. They understand Swedish, like all Norwegians understand Swedish, all Swedish people understand Norwegian, like more or less, but all Norwegians understand Swedish. I generally actually just speak Swedish to Norwegians, but I understand them no problem at all. Sifi asks, what no-go zones have you been in? Well, I lived very close to several no-go zones in Stockholm. I never kind of went into them because you kind of don't go into no-go zones. They are no-go zones and you kind of don't want to go into them unnecessarily. So I kind of never have been into a no-go zone. I've been in like on the edge of a no-go zone, and I actually had a McDonald's there. And I remember they had a no, it was a Ramadan meal. They had a special meal of 2 fish burgers for special price, only when the sun went down. That was on the edge of some of the no-go zones. That was actually close to Rinkeby. But I never been into no-goes. I never really gone into no-go zone because you don't go in there. But I am actually planning on a tour to go to some of the no-go zones in Sweden. I don't know exactly when, but I will go and try and do that. That's going to cost a bit of money, and I don't know if I'm going to try and get some security guards or not for that, because that's going to be really dangerous, especially when I go in with a camera. I mean, highly likely going to get attacked by people with rocks and so on. Someone in the chat wants me to comment about memes. Well, I'm sorry, I haven't seen your channel, so I cannot say that. I cannot comment on that. Apologies there. I'm just going through some more of your comments, guys. Just see if we have any good comments here or questions. Sifi here comments, you're welcome to come to Tensta where he lives apparently. Just bring guard because you might get attacked by locals because of your videos. Yeah. I'm not planning on going alone, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I probably need to try and crowdfund something because we need to get some guards going and so on. Captain Beef wants more Nordic food reviews. Yeah, maybe I should just turn into a Swedish review bra. What about that, guys? The good thing about that is those videos get monetized, so that makes me happy. Unlike some other videos. I actually got another YouTube video coming later tonight talking about all of the attacks that have happened in Sweden, all of the bombings that have happened in Sweden the last 12 days. That's coming up on my YouTube later tonight, so make sure to tune in for that. It's gonna be a really good video, a really important video. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I just need to edit it, and I will get up later tonight. So stay tuned for that, guys. Mason Diavero asks if it's possible to own a gun in Sweden. Yes, it is. You need a license. It's much less strict than the UK gun laws. And here in Norway, where I am now as well, it's much less. I'm surprised when I come here to Norway. I'm probably going to do a vlog later on this, but when I come into Norway, you notice you have so much more freedom when it comes to these kind of things. Like in England, they arrest you for having a butter knife or something like that, something crazy. Here in Norway, I go into one of these outdoor sports shops, and they actually have loads of guns and rifles and shotguns lined up in the wall. They're not even behind any glass or anything. They're just you cannot take them with you. They're like they have like a little safety thing on them, so you cannot take them with you. They actually just completely out in the open, and they have like loads of ammo just behind glass boxes, like completely out in the open. I mean, I was a bit surprised. It's so much more freedom here in Norway, and then they have all the other weapons as well in the same. Like this is for hunting and stuff, and they also have all of these knives that they sell. It's all completely out in the open. You could actually just grab a knife, just pull it out of the cover, and you have actually a knife in your hand right in the shop. Like that would have been unthinkable in the UK. I mean, and they had huge knives. They even had machetes that they sold at this sports shop, and they even had knives especially made for children, like small knives especially made for children, so for children to use. Absolutely, much more freedom in Norway on these things than in the UK or Sweden, I would say, because in Sweden they actually had the same. I was at the same shop, had the same brand, had a shop in Sweden I went to, and there they had all the guns in a special safe. But in Norway they just had the guns out in the open, so much more freedom in Norway. It's much more. It's kind of, Norwegians are much more small state. They don't like big government as much. You know, they're out here in the wilderness with huge mountains and fjords. They got to survive. They don't like the state meddling in their business. They're kind of more like out in American West. You know, they have to survive themselves without the government's help. It's kind of more like that here in Norway, and I like it. No-go zone food reviews. Yeah, that would be something. Kebab review? No, I don't want to do kebab review. I don't know. Let me go through some of my comments. Luca asks if I can shoot a gun. Well, I have gone skeet shooting before, so I have done that. Carrying support group asks if I have Norwegian blood. Well, I am at least 25% Norwegian actually. I know. Probably more. I'm actually only 50% Swedish. I am a few percent Sami, ethnic Nordic peoples. I'm a little bit Russian, a little bit Belgian, quite a bit Norwegian. So I'm not only Swedish. Let me go through some of the more comments here. I haven't had time to read them all yet. But if you use the super chat, I will be able to get to your question. I get so many questions here I can't go through every single one. Mats Gabrielsen asks who started mass migration to Sweden. Well, it happened back it's actually started kind of back in the 60s and 70s with Olof Palme, and there was some guy, I can't remember his name, that made some new law similar to the Hart-Celler law, I think, in America. But it really kicked off in Sweden with the so-called conservative party with Fredrik Reinfeldt, who really kicked off mass migration into Sweden. It was the so-called conservative party that really kicked it off. It's just continued with the socialist party. Leon Painter asks, how hard would you say Norwegian is to learn for someone who speaks English? I don't know. Probably not any harder than German. I'll probably say the Swedish and Norwegian language are actually quite similar to German, I believe, in its kind of makeup and so on. So it wouldn't be that hard. I mean, it's like another language. Lucas says he heard it takes 10 years to become a citizen in Norway. No, actually, it takes 2. You have to live in Norway 2 years to be allowed to become a citizen. I'm actually considering switching my Swedish passport for the Norwegian passport. What do you think, guys? Should I do that? Should I change my Swedish citizenship to a Norwegian one? Should I or should I not? Because the Swedish passport, I got all this EU crap on it. With the Norwegian one, they're not in the EU, so I wouldn't have this EU crap on my passport. That would be a big plus. Let me go through some of the more comments here. Mason Diabera asks if my friends hate my political views or if they support. Well, I don't really have much friends. But the ones I have, well, they support me. I mean, the ones I have are mostly, the most of the friends I have is mostly through the work I've been doing, so they would naturally support my views. People think I should change my passport to a Norwegian one. And there's actually, Norway is not in the EU, but they are in the something called what is it? The Common Economic Area, whatever it's called. But there is a party that's trying to get Norway out of that as well, because they actually had a vote twice in Norway if they were to join the EU or not, and Norwegians voted no. But then the Norwegian government still took them into something called the economic area instead. So that was kind of undemocratic, but still it's a lot better than being in the EU. Ali Bo asked, can I get both passports, both Swedish and Norwegian? No, you cannot, because Norway doesn't allow dual citizenship. Norway does not allow dual citizenship. If you are Norwegian, you're only allowed to have Norwegian passport, nothing else. So you cannot become dual citizenship. That's not allowed in Norway. They're a little bit more nationalistic and traditionalistic in that sense, to be honest. It's a good thing. Let me see if I have any more comments. I'm actually down at the bottom of the comments here, guys. So yeah, I've been going for half an hour now. I'm soon gonna wrap this up. I think we're gonna try wrap this up at the half an hour mark. Carrying support group here asks if I've been to the US. Yes, I have. I've been several places in the US. I've been to New York. I've been to Florida. I've been to Texas. Yeah, those are the areas I've been to in America. I've also been to Canada, Toronto. Yeah. Albino Wakes asks if Sami are white. Yes, I would consider them white. They're actually kind of a little bit Mongol, I believe, a little bit Asian, but they are very white. Next election in Sweden, well, that's in 2018, so we have a little under a year to go. Do you guys have any more questions? Let me know. I'm gonna try and wrap this up soon if you don't have any more questions coming up here. As I said, I'm gonna have some more videos uploading tonight. Let me know if you have any more questions, otherwise we can wrap this up soon. Remember to hit the remember to hit the like button, guys, on this video. That's good for the YouTube ratings. The algorithms look at how many likes a video has. I see we have almost 100 viewers, but we only have 56 likes. How about we get that likes up, guys? Hit the like button. Carrying support groups asks if my parents are with me in Norway. No, I'm not. I am all alone. No girlfriend, no parents, just all alone in Norway. No friends either. So that's fun. But I have you guys. You guys are the best fans. I mean, you guys are the best. Young Jude asks how I make money. Well, I only make money through my fans, you guys who support me through PayPal and Patreon, or in the super chat here on YouTube, and a few ads that a few videos that get monetized on YouTube, which is not that much anymore. Most of the videos get demonetized now, but that's actually kind of why I'm doing the vlogs, because the vlogs that I start doing, they get monetized. They are family friendly, so I do get a little bit from them, but there's not that many views on them though. Daniel Barnos comments here, we'll be friends but not your girlfriend. You know for that. Yeah. Yeah, any more questions, guys? And then I think I'm gonna try and wrap this up. Hopefully you liked this Q&A. I think it's good to do every once in a while. You guys seem to appreciate it. Arminius asks if I left the UK because of Amber Rudd. Well, I mean, I left the UK because democracy and free speech is getting dead in the UK. I mean, I read there was this 14-year-old girl in the UK. She was doing a school project. She was in a group with 5 Middle East, they call it Asian people, and they couldn't speak English very good. So this girl, she was 14-year-old. She asked her teacher to put her in another group with people that she could understand, because she couldn't understand them. And guess what happened to this girl? She's only 14 years old. The police actually came and arrested her for racism. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? I mean, it's absolutely insane. And that's kind of why I left the UK, because free speech and democracy is dead. Young dude asks how much I make from Patreon. I actually make about $100 a month from that. But thank you so much, guys, for everyone who supports me on Patreon. Really appreciate it. Mikey asks how many kids I'm going to have. Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you need? You need at least 3 you need at least 3 to, on average, to continue the population, according to science. Ryan Carlson asks if I'm a fan of Tim Pool. Yes, I kind of like what he's doing. Oh, thanks there, Luca. Really big shout out to Luca here, who used the super chat here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Luca. Big shout out to Luca in the live chat here, who used the super chat. Really appreciate it, guys. Let's see if we have any more comments here or questions. Booba here asks, yes, you can actually. Booba here asks a comment if you can go to my website. Yeah, I mean, you can go to if you go to my website PeterSweden.com, you can help me out there as well, Booba. Just if you go on there, you can find links there at the bottom of my page, I believe. Yeah, so you can just go. As well, I'm just gonna plug while I'm talking about that, I'm gonna plug my website. I recently started my website PeterSweden.com, where I have some articles and so on going up. I mean, I write a few articles for some other publications as well, but if I'm just writing for myself, I'm putting my articles up on my website PeterSweden.com. I also have a mailing list as well there, if you want to stay up to date with my latest thing. I haven't actually sent any. I've had a mailing list for about a month or 2 now, but I haven't actually used it yet. I'll have to start using it. But do go and sign up there, guys, because then we can get, you know, if we build our own networks, no one can censor us. EMC says Milton Friedman is my hero. Joey Chamberlain says that Joe Owens, I haven't heard of him. Is he that journalist from The Guardian? I don't know. I don't know about that, Joe. I would not comment on that. I don't think so. Josh asked how he follows me on Facebook. Well, I actually don't have... Well, I did start a Facebook account. I haven't used it, and then when I tried to check it, it seems to have been taken down for some reason. I don't know why, if there's something I didn't activate or anything there, but I don't use Facebook, really. But make sure to follow me on Twitter. I do use Twitter a lot. That's one of my I have over 60,000 followers on Twitter, so make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm also on Gab, so follow me there as well. I do have Instagram. I'm at PeterSweden7 on Instagram, so you can follow me there. I'm just going through some of the more comments here. Dean Farley asks, did I move to Norway? Yes, I did. Go to the beginning of this video when it's finished the stream, so, and then you can see in detail why. Captain Beef says he's skint. A lot of us are skint subsidizing migrants. Yep, that is completely right. On that note, I mean, in Sweden, the pensioners, the Swedish government is actually handing out all of the subsidies to welfare benefits to migrants, and the pensioners in Sweden are actually living on almost nothing. So they're taking the money from the pensioners who worked all their lives in Sweden and giving it to the migrants, which is absolutely insane. I mean, they should concentrate on their own citizens first. Beautyfic2 asks, what's the best platform to donate on? Well, Patreon or PayPal, I would say. Patreon is best for me, because then you get a monthly kind of thing. You can kind of see how much people are supporting you. PayPal is good for one-off support, really. Arminius asks if it's more expensive in Norway. Yeah, no kidding. Things are kind of expensive in Norway. Kind of really expensive, especially food. Food is like insanely expensive. I mean, when I first came to Norway, I was like, oh, this food is ridiculously expensive. You can buy like a packet of chocolate and a drink, a Coke, at a petrol station. That's like £6 for a packet of chocolate and a Coke. It's like absolutely insane prices for food here in Norway. EMC asks if I've read Freedom to Choose from Milton. I haven't. Some people are asking if I would ever come to the States. Well, I've been in America before. I mean, I would definitely not see why not. I would love to go to America to cover on some of the events going on there as well. But yeah, I'm not going to move to America, at least not for now. Let me see if I have any more questions here. Young dude asks how I can afford to do this with only Patreon donations. Well, we have PayPal as well. It's yeah. Captain Beef asked how much is a pint of beer. I don't know. I don't drink, so I have no clue. And I'm not interested at all in knowing what the price of beer is, since I don't drink. Arminius says that the taxes are a lot higher in Norway. They are indeed higher in Norway, but I don't think that's why the prices are up. The reason prices are up, I think, so much is a little bit, especially why food is so expensive, is, you know, it's not that many people, that transport is probably quite expensive in Norway as well, because of all the mountains and difficult roads and so on. I think that might have something to do with it, I don't know. But yeah, food is insanely expensive in Norway. But the thing is, wages are insanely high in Norway too. Like if you work at a petrol station in Norway or McDonald's, I mean, you could earn like £15 an hour, like compared to the UK where you earn like £6 an hour at McDonald's. You earn like, I don't know, yeah, like £15 here in Norway. So you have a lot higher wages as well. EMC asks how old I am. Well, I'm 23. Apparently something is going on here, political gamers. I don't know what he's talking about. Something with some political party or something, I don't know. Could you tell me again, Political Gamers TV, what you mean? He's been saying there's something going on. Well, thanks a lot there, Carrying Support Group, really appreciate that. He asks if there are a lot of Americanized stores in Norway. If you mean like big supermarkets, no, not kind of. The supermarkets in Norway are quite different. They're not this huge. You don't have these huge supermarkets in Norway like you do in America and the UK. The supermarkets here are quite small, to be honest. Do you have Walmart in Norway? No. Luckily, no, we don't have there's no Walmarts here in Norway, unfortunately. Viking here says that we have Circle K from Canada. No, Circle K, that's not from Canada, is it? The Circle K petrol station is from that's Norwegian. That's previously Statoil. Or did they get bought up by a Canadian company? Maybe that's what he's referring to. Alright, I see we've been going quite a long time now for the live stream. I'm gonna as long as you guys keep viewing and like it and have questions, I'm gonna keep doing this live stream a little bit more. So let's see if you have any more questions or comments, guys, and I'm gonna continue doing this live stream a little bit longer. Apparently Circle K is a convenience store from America. Huh. Hello Anna, she has joined the live stream. Captain Beef wants me to shave. Maybe. What do you think, guys? Should I shave or should I keep the mustache? If you guys, I'll let you guys decide. Arminius asks if I feel like Norway is more right-wing than the UK. Absolutely, 100%. Especially where I am living now, is definitely much more right-wing and especially more traditional than the UK. I don't know if it's more right-wing economically. The UK is probably more right-wing, but socially Norway is more traditional right-wing. I just so I mean, how should I put this? Well, like here in Norway, I have barely seen any of these blue-haired SJW freaks. I think I've seen like one or two, maybe. People are much more traditional. They dress much more traditional. I actually saw it today. I was at the petrol station, and in comes this beautiful woman with blonde hair and she has this traditional Norwegian natural dress on. Like, I never seen that in the UK happen. So she comes in with this beautiful traditional Norwegian natural dress, with all this traditional silver hanging on. An absolutely beautiful dress, like absolutely stunning. You know, you see these pictures, like these stock photos on the internet with people wearing these traditional natural dresses, like the German dirndl. It's quite similar. I think this Norwegian one is more beautiful, and she was actually just wearing this randomly in the petrol station. I mean, my jaw almost dropped. Like, this is like absolutely amazing. They're actually walking around with this stuff here in Norway. Much more traditional in Norway for sure. Apparently someone is saying that political gamers and me are covering up a rape of a girl committed by Paul Golding. That's the strangest thing I've ever heard. I don't even know. I never even met Paul Golding ever. So that's definitely not true. Whoever is making up those allegations, I have no idea what that is. Maybe it might be Anne-Marie Waters. I don't know, she hates me. So she might be trying to tarnish my name. I have no idea. I never even met Paul Golding, so I wouldn't have a clue what's going on there. Let me see if you have any more comments here or questions. There's a funny comment there. I'm not gonna read it out loud. Let me see if we have any. People think I should grow a Viking beard. What do you think? Should I grow a Viking beard? I don't know if I can grow a Viking beard yet. I'm too young. I don't think I would be able to. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through your comments here, guys, before I continue. Yeah, we have trolls in the chat room. Yeah, we probably do. What do you think of the supposed Muslim Vikings? Yeah, let's answer that one from Alexis Juszkiewicz, from I guess a Polish guy, if I would have a guess on your name. Yeah, what about it? Absolute bullcrap. I mean, make Sweden Muslim again. The Swedish Vikings, the mighty Vikings, they did not. They were not pagans. They were not Christians. They were not pagans who then converted to Christianity. No, they were actually Muslims, because they found this cloth with supposedly Allah inscribed in the cloth. Incidentally, the cloth also had the Viking cloth they found also had swastikas inscribed in it too. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean they were Nazi Muslims or something, the Vikings? I have no idea. Anyway, there was actually this historian that I read on Twitter from America. I think she was at Harvard, I'm not sure. But she explained that this was actually nonsense, that it wasn't actually Allah that they had inscribed on the cloth at all. It was actually something completely else. So fake news media once again. Let me just see if we have any more good comments here. People think I should go to the gym. Let me see here if we have any more good comments. Yeah, that one guy has commented that the Vikings traveled all over Europe and traded stuff. Yeah, they did, and that's probably where they got the cloth from anyway. But anyway, this historian did say that it didn't actually say all on the cloth. It was actually something else. Spring Larkin says that I keep waiting for the Viking fierceness to kick in with the Swedish people. Well, actually, I was kind of pleasantly surprised when I went to Gothenburg and saw that the ordinary Swedish citizens of Gothenburg actually had enough of Antifa. I actually got this all on video, so go and check that video out, guys. Antifa, together with some of the gangs from the no-go zones, were attacking the police in Gothenburg, and the ordinary Swedish citizens that were just standing by, passers by on the street, had enough of Antifa, and they actually went and physically attacked Antifa on the streets in Sweden. I've never seen anything like this in America either. In America, if it's been any fighting going on, it's been between Antifa and these Trump right-wing groups. But here in Sweden, it was actually just passers by who actually had enough of Antifa, and they actually went and attacked Antifa. So that kind of, it seemed like something kicked in there. Ryan Carlson says that they saw a video he was talking about. It was full Viking glory. Yeah, that was really awesome. So definitely check that video out. It was actually the video. It was not on mainstream media. I was the only one that got the video out there. It was a little bit on mainstream, but mainly because people like me and other alternative media were there filming it, because the mainstream media there in Gothenburg were stuck over at filming these far-right Nazis, filming them, and instead of because they had previously they had attacked the police, so the mainstream media was just stuck over there filming them. Meanwhile, I ventured out into I went on a kind of suicide mission and threw myself into the Antifa pack to film what was going on there in Gothenburg. So my video actually has 166,000 views on YouTube. It was number 5 on YouTube trending in Sweden before they decided to age restrict the video and manually remove it from trending lists. So maybe a little bit too much truth going on there that I didn't want the Swedish people to know about. But still, it made quite a still it made the news headlines. It was really good that I was there. I managed to get the real news out there about Antifa. Let me see if I have any more comments here. Anna D says that Anne-Marie wouldn't be making up stories. She says that Lucy was doxed on Rebel apparently by Luke. Well, actually, Anna, I know Luke as well, and I met all of these guys, and Luke, I think you're referring to Luke Nash Jones from Make Britain Great Again. He never even knew my name. I never even gave him my name. I know him quite a bit, and I know that him and Lucy from the Rebel Media, they used to be friends, but then they got into a fight, a disagreement for some reason, and sudden. Let me see. Can you guys still see me in the live stream? It says that I got a bad connection here. Now it's back. Yeah. Yes. Where were I? Yes, Anne-Marie Waters. She is one of the few people that knew my real name in the UK before I was doxxed. So that's why my suspicions really go to her, especially because she hates me, and she was the first person that she actually took to Twitter and wrote really nasty stuff about me on Twitter. She was the first person that did that, so that really raises my suspicion of Anne-Marie Waters. She is not a good person. But I'm gonna watch the video by Lucy Brown and see what she says about doxing. Let me see. Political Gamers TV says there's nothing to do with Anne-Marie Waters apparently. Yeah, I have no idea what this is about. Anyway, okay, yeah, thanks for that, Anna. Yeah, I know that Lucy Brown and Luke Nash-Jones have been getting into arguments and fights. I don't know about what exactly. It's not any of my business, and I don't want to make it any of my business, but I very much doubt that Luke Nash-Jones would have doxed me, because he never even knew my real name, so he couldn't have doxed me. Someone got hold of my real name, because I never had my real name out there. Someone got hold of my real name and gave it to Hate Not Hope. Who it is exactly, I cannot know for sure, but I know it wasn't Luke Nash-Jones, because he never had my real name. It was only a few people in the UK that did, and I know that Anne-Marie Waters was one of them. And the Rebel, basically it was only Anne-Marie Waters and some people at the Rebel media that had my real name. And the Red Pill Phil as well, the black guy from Manchester. But I knew he wouldn't dox me, and so, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Captain Beef, you're completely correct. Anne-Marie Waters is very left-wing. She actually comes from Labour and is a feminist. So, yeah. Waterpenny asks who runs Hate Not Hope. Yeah, that is a Soros organization. Yeah, you're completely right. Soros has actually funded Hate Not Hope. P. Doyle asks if I'm going to do any more live streams with Phil. Yes, I will probably do that. Maybe even tonight, I'm not sure. Alright, I think we're gonna wrap this up now. We've been going for an hour. Make sure to hit that like button, guys. And I'm just gonna finish on this. Anna D here says that Hate Not Hope, it could have been them. Yes, well, it was Hate Not Hope that doxed me, but someone gave my real name to Hate Not Hope to start with so that they could dox me. That's what I've been trying to say. Someone who knew my real name gave it to Hate Not Hope so that they could dox me, because they couldn't dox me without my real name. That is the thing. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you like this Q&A, guys. I'm gonna upload some more videos later tonight. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you all guys. I'll see you all guys later. Thanks so much for watching, guys.